So, Don, you're talking about Drake. What happened to Drake?
No, I'm sure you guys, and Drake and Kendrick, the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's obviously people are saying who won the battle. I mean, it's clear at this point who won the battle.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, what did this whole thing show us?
Okay.
Oh, it's clear.
Go on.
It's clear.
Oh, yeah, he's a Drake fan.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm a hip hop fan.
Yeah, a Drake fan.
So,
keep quiet. Who's your favorite rapper?
The winner.
Okay.
What by
He's
is the winner.
You don't know how to lie.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Twice.
Who's your top three?
You win, Drake.
It
just moved.
So what is it?
The greatest.
Yeah, I feel as though my thing is not even about who won the battle now, because that's clear. Yeah. But I want to say, what do we learn from this battle? Let me address mine first, so if you guys. For me, what I learned from this is most of the rap industry, people in the rap industry, when I say people in the rap, I'm mostly talking about rappers anyway, mostly. Then we'll come to the fans. They never really like Drake. It's what I learned from this. Yeah.
They're just told to like
Not told.
It's not even that's what
I mean.
Because I know where it's going with this.
Because let's not get it wrong here. First of all, let's acknowledge that Drake has been in the forefront of this rap movement in the last 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I say forefront, I mean at the very top of the forefront.
Yes.
Right? We can't question his impact in rap music.
Yes.
Regardless of whether some people see him as an industry plant or not.
Or not, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? Because if you look at where he's come from.
He's not an industry plant.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just saying regardless if some people see him as an industry plant. Yeah, because there's this argument about, oh, look, a Canada boy who was in a TV show, The Grassy, up until God knows where. But that's a whole other topic on its own. Yeah, but I feel as though, for one, I said that because as soon as it was him and Kendrick, okay, J. Cole was involved initially. Yeah, J. Cole even released a song about Kendrick.
Yeah,
a diss record about Kendrick. But J. Cole gracefully, as I said, pulled out.
And not only that, he still apologized.
Then actually apologized to Kendrick. Yeah.
Was that a bitch move?
As a hip hop fan, yes.
Okay.
That's my
opinion. He has no respect.
He's
no
finished.
real
let me tell you, I don't know if he's finished. I won't go that far. But the thing is here, bro, you could have made that calculation before you dropped your disc.
I think the important thing is that it's even Kendrick that this thing first.
Right.
No. Yes.
Kendrick is everything.
I think this he sees first person shooter as a diss.
Yes. But he went as far as saying, bro, these rappers, you gotta realize it, these rappers have egos. And it's constantly a competition, even though you guys are friends. You know what I mean?
Like
if you guys are on the same track, all three of us, say for example, Kaide has a track now, he wants all three of us to jump on the remix. We're gonna try and outdo each other.
Yes, I want to have the verse.
Do you know how many times rappers have written their verses and heard the other person's verse and changed the verse? Do you get me? It's a very competitive sport and there's a lot of ego involved.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So my thing is this here. I feel as though as soon as he should have done this calculation before you don't diss somebody then you apologize.
And then you put it down.
I'm a big J. Cole fan. Huge J. Cole fan. But I was a bitch.
I kind of see him as a bum. I see him as like a hippie.
Yeah, like always trying to be correct.
Like riding bicycle.
I think you're strictly judging on what you see.
Yes.
He's a very wealthy guy. He's a rich guy.
I know. I'm calling him.
Jabba has a view of hip hop that you have to do drug, women and money.
Guns, drugs, money.
J. Cole doesn't really do that.
I work with this guy, so this is me. You're not telling me anything I don't already know. You know what I mean? I'm just not even going there just to take on the podcast, so I don't get thrown off course.
Like what I mean is
that's just his persona. That's how he is.
Don't ride bicycle, man. Like, why you putting on video and riding bicycle? Like why?
He did put on video.
So every time his fans are driving past, they say, "Oh my God, look J. Cole," and they'll video him.
Was he riding bicycle before we got put on?
I don't know. We didn't know him. So even if he was riding bicycle, then would you know if he was riding bicycle?
Stop.
Because you didn't know who he was then. So how would you know if he was riding bicycle?
Stop riding bicycle.
Do you know what I mean?
Like don't.
But from the get-go, there was a rap where he said, people see him and say, "Oh, you sound to Rock Nation, so where's your chain?" That's who he's always been. Right. He hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
If anything, the industry wanted him to be a certain way.
Yeah. Dress a certain way.
Yes, and he became who he's always been. I don't think we have to judge him on that. We know he's rich, he's wealthy, he's got money. Maybe not wealthy, but he's very rich. Wealthy is yeah, but he's very rich. He's a millionaire. Yeah, he's fine. Now going back, so yeah, that's my take on that. I felt that was a bitch move. Yeah, you drop the diss track on the guy and you just run with it. So whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean?
I would drop and down myself.
Drop another one, fuck it. I put my foot in the door already, I'm doing the next foot.
And it's not like it was even dissing the cross that's not like who we don't consider top 3.
Yeah.
Like you're dissing the top, like someone in the top 3. There's no backing down, bro. Like
we don't know if
I thought that was a bitch.
The
first time I saw somebody apologize for this track was there's a guy called Dax.
DX. He's actually Nigerian, you know.
Yeah. I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, who did he apologize?
So you remember he dissed Tory?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
He did story for the Megan Thee Stallion thing.
Okay.
When it happened.
Yeah.
So he did a short music video. In fact, the music video was you see him standing at Tory Lane's grave. So like that was actually very conceited, right? So
you go that far, then you apologize.
Wait now. So he's performing like at the local club or whatever, and then he some goons came and jumped him.
Was some Canadian goons?
Yeah, so some goons came, jumped him, so he ran out of the club. Then the goons chased after him, pulled up in a car. Tory had a camera. I think someone put a gun on him. And it's like, so he's recording this. It's like, apologize.
Oh, but they put a gun on him.
The guy was like he was trying to go around this. I said I apologize.
I know, but go excuse him on that. They put a gun on him.
I don't know if there was a gun. I just assumed because
that one you can.
No. If there was a gun involved, then I mean.
No, you know, like the video. I don't know if there was a gun because that's talked about it. I don't know. I'll check. Okay. There was a gun.
But that's simple fact there that there might be a gun.
Yeah, it's
no, these are guys now. So I'm assuming there's a gun. Because
he didn't record himself. This guy recorded.
Well, let me guess here.
But Jacob stood on stage. I'm sorry. I apologize to this nigga. Oh, he's so corny. At least that is like. At least
he was attacked.
Bro, he was in a compromising situation. So he's different.
We never count that as
no, he's different. But Drake, I'm Jacob. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, but let's going back to that.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, Kendrick clearly won.
You can't say Kendrick won
when first of all, I wasn't gonna come to that just yet, but let's just get out of it. When Family Matters came out,
bro.
When Family Matters came out,
who did Family? That was Drake.
I was like, fuck that,
bro. Did you listen to Family Matters? Like,
what am I telling you? Trust me. I was
please.
But I went to the gym the next day or 2 days after. It was a Saturday. I remember some of my guys but you know when you don't know, we chat as a man you friend, we diss each other every once in a while. I can't remember his name. You know you meet somebody initially and you might forget the name. It passes a point where you can't go back and ask. You actually try you try to find out some other way. So that's where we are in our relationship. Yeah. So but we were talking about it in the gym. Yeah, and he's more of a Kendrick fan than anything. Yeah, and I said, bro, your guy's in trouble though. I mean, I'm a Kendrick fan, don't get me wrong myself. I'm a rap hip hop fan, just as you said. I'm like, I think it's gonna be hard to come back from this. What did Kendrick do? He dropped 2 tracks in less than 24 hours.
Which I respect
Not Like Us, that one.
That's that one, right?
Yeah, that's Not Like Us was played they shut down the streets, a whole road in Toronto.
Yeah.
Now, when your people that are supposed to have your back, now is playing a song and
the Chinese restaurant.
I almost said Torontians.
Yeah, the Chinese restaurant.
And Canadians are creep walking and they can't even creep walk really. That's when you know you're in trouble. You're actually done.
You're finished.
Now, that's what I'm saying. It goes back to my point where I said a lot of people view Drake as an industry plant. Yeah. Bro, seriously, to a certain degree, he just might be. I'm not saying outright that he is, Yeah, but a certain degree just might be. The fact that he was signed to Cash Money doesn't mean anything.
Of course.
Yeah? Dave.
Didn't leave Cash Money.
No, he left Cash Money. No,
I think
you know why I said that? Because people would always say, but how is it an industry plan when he was Cash Money? It was Jay Prince's son that found him and brought him to Cash Money. That doesn't make any difference.
No, that makes no difference.
Yeah.
First, I think we should. Who is an industry plant?
An industry plant is a person who has been selected by unseen forces to be propped up as a paragon of success.
And a lot of times it's hard to find your track record. You can't see your track record. You can't see where you started
We
grinding.
didn't see your work. We didn't see your workings.
But do we?
Let me tell you the industry
track
plan.
record?
Yeah. Ice Spice is an industry plan.
One, we agreed.
Yeah.
I was about to say that thing. You said it, that Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is an industry plant.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yes.
I can agree. I can agree.
So, so like you're an industry darling.
Yes.
Everybody loves
Yes.
you. Nobody, you have the food wrong.
Yes.
Eminem.
They said the budget that Lucien Grange gives to Drake.
Yes. It's higher than every other
Nobody
artist on the
else
label.
Yes.
They
So
said-
that's an industry plan.
Yeah.
They put money behind
Yes.
you. They put money
More so than
street.
anybody else.
They put marketing
And
behind
then
you. That's industry
again,
plan.
this is not my words. This is not my words, yeah. It's on multiple sources, platforms.
Yeah.
They talked about them manipulating Drake's
Stream.
figures, his streams and everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not me saying this. Yeah.
Do you know all these points you've made?
Yeah.
See,
I agree with.
labels buy people's records.
Yeah.
Back then, before
Yes.
streaming,
Yes.
labels
Yes.
they will release CD. They will
And-
send their people to go and buy it
Yeah.
to say that oh, so
So yeah.
But do you agree that Drake is not a stand-up guy in the sense that
He's a
not-
bitch. He's a yes now.
he's not a real nigga?
He's not a real. He's not a real.
Let me tell you
nigga.
what Drake does, yeah. Drake will jump on anyone that's bubbling, yeah,
Yep.
to keep relevance.
Yes.
And it doesn't even matter. The lowest I felt Drake could stoop to, yeah, I'm sorry, was this
UK.
Sexy Red.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
That was what he did.
That's the lowest I feel.
Yeah.
And you're doing all this just to stay relevant. Anyone that you
I'm
see
saying-
that starts a bubble, don't get me wrong, Drake's team, yeah, I tip my hat to them
Yeah.
because they do their research.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
maybe
When I say they do their research as supposed to like, who's the next big thing? Who's about to blow?
No. Yeah.
And that's a lot of research they even do. Not
But you know,
a lot of times you're bubbling already.
people see that oh Drake is humble. He can reach out to up and coming artists like Sexy.
No,
That's
not
bro.
what it is.
We don't know
It's
what
not-
it
it's not about
is. We
being
see
humble.
past that.
Right.
It's not-
And you know what's funny, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of people see it now.
That,
Because that's what this battle with Kendrick has shown me.
right.
That a lot of people, because at the end of the day, right, he's done a lot of tracks. One of the first things he said, like, oh, all these people dissing me now, they had the first number one with you. With me.
Right.
That's the point I want to make.
However,
That's the point I want
of
to make.
course they'll have the first number one with you, knowing what we just talked about here.
No,
You being an industry.
but most he has said it before. He has said it on different tracks because he's seen them coming. That they come to him
Yeah.
to get popping, to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Same my enemies, my how do you say it? My enemy trying to make on First Class on the one with Jackalo,
Yeah.
where he said some people are dissing going to my enemies. So
Bro,
we'll check later.
Drake reaches out more than people reach out to him to collab on tracks.
I disagree.
Yeah. You know, let me tell you how he does it.
Because Ice Spice. Why would you reach out to Ice Spice?
You're not like Sexy Rick.
Sexy.
No, Ice Spice.
Yeah, even Ice Spice as well.
He reached out to
Ice Spice. Yeah,
Well,
he brought her to Canada. He
Yeah.
flew out to Toronto to his show and all that.
Yes.
Drake reaches out more. Drake will start doing his subliminals
Yeah.
and posting you on his
Third person.
yes. And are you crazy? If Drake posts you, and then you're not gonna reach back out.
Yeah.
You know he's the biggest thing right now.
He's
You
a
wanna
bitch nigga, but I want us to focus on the music.
No, bro. The music is not even what we're talking about per se. You know why? Because if you have a team that puts your stuff together,
Yeah.
of course you're gonna tick every box. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah. But
Drake
every
can
other
rap.
team,
Because when I say he can rap, I'm not saying he can write. I said he can rap.
he knows how to make music.
Yes, he knows how to put a track together.
Yes.
Yeah, Drake can rap because we see him rap.
Yes.
Yeah.
50 Cent said Drake can get a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Yes.
Rick Ross said it that
Yeah.
he and Drake and Lil Wayne are like the top writers for people in the industry.
Yes, we know that.
But he's right.
Drake,
Yes,
no, no, no.
Drake writes for people.
Yes.
Rick Ross was not saying it.
But let me tell you something though. He's saying it because him and Drake back then were on good terms.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask you, has anyone seen Drake write? I'm not saying he doesn't write to a certain degree. Don't get me wrong. Yes. Yeah, but we talk about he can write.
Where's the right?
Bro, yes. Bro, let me tell you something here. Drake has a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
That is planned shit.
And that's, bro, let me tell you something here.
Planned.
That's why people that hip hop, like the rappers,
Don't rate him.
Drake. As soon as that whole thing came out, that he has a what's his name, Quinton Miller. Yeah, that dents your fucking reputation as a rapper.
You know, Drake also said, your shit ain't popping if Baby Kim don't put it.
Baby Kim is, bro. Let me tell you something here. That's just a jab. How true is that?
But
when is Baby Kim? Just to show context, Baby Kim is Kendrick's cousin. Now,
who is popping up now?
Yes. But exactly, we just started. Baby Kim came to my radar about 2 years ago, right? How long has Kendrick been out? It's easy for you to say if you're a rapper and you have a cousin who's also a good rapper, and you guys have somebody have beef. It's easy for that person to say, "Oh, your cousin writes for you." Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of rap beef we heard, we know that 60% maybe of what they say about people is not true. It just makes sense. Going back just to digress a bit, Ether and Takeover. There's an argument what's a better track. A lot of people say, Ether, Nas. What the fuck is Nas? Don't get me wrong, Nas, I love Nas because he's one of the greatest rappers that ever walked this earth.
I disagree.
But okay, we'll go
back to that.
Yeah, but why am I saying? I'm using this as a reference? If you look at what Nas was saying in his rap, talking about Jay-Z has dick sucking lips, but Jay-Z was coming with facts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was the same thing with NGK and Eminem.
Yes. NGK was coming with facts.
That
And
Eminem,
if you go back on my Instagram, I posted it.
Yeah.
He murdered Eminem.
But same thing Kendrick between Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah.
Drake came with facts.
What facts?
It's different, like we have to go back to what I said.
Bro, I will send you a clip of a guy that actually broke this shit down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Actually, I'm not saying, like I said just now, 60% of what people say in this track is false. It just sounds good. And it's going to get people's attention. Yes, as an insult. It sounds good. Get people, did you hear that? That's a lot what it is. Yeah? But the fact is what you have to concentrate on. You know, a lot of times. But yeah, we're dissing people. This is called a diss track for a reason. So you have to make that person look as bad and as irrelevant as possible.
Drake came with a lot of facts. Like,
what was the biggest diss against Kendrick?
Because he said, why are you always rapping like you're trying to get these slaves free?
Yeah.
Okay. So?
Come on, don't.
No, it's a good line.
Don't do that.
Let's say something good about that line. Sorry, before you go on there. It's a good line, yeah. But I feel as though any of our rapper he's rapping against that's actually black will not drop that line.
Yeah.
No, because Kendrick is always doing. I think
he's always doing black liberation.
He's a conscious rapper. So a lot of times, like to a certain degree. He talks about he talks about things that are relevant. Especially in the black community mostly.
He's a conscious rapper.
But he said that's not what I'm saying. We're talking about nobody cares about
slavery line. That's slavery line. Sounds good.
I asked what was the line.
Slavery line sounds good. That's
my question.
That's what I'm saying.
My question was, what was the best diss against Kendrick? That is a thing that is true, that is a negative that he pointed out.
Why you never hold your son and say cheese?
Okay, so there are no pictures of him with his son.
Yeah, because the boy is light skinned. So you say, so you can't be saying you don't be seen with anyone. Not
light skin. That's
the first thing.
Anything.
But you know what?
He don't address any of the things Drake said against him.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily.
Meanwhile, Drake addressed every single thing Kendrick said against him.
You know why?
Why?
He's fucking emotional.
Come on.
He's an emotional guy, Drake. He's an emotional guy.
You said I have a big head. I came on the day and I said no.
I don't have a big head. It's not about addressing. You're not in court now. It's not about addressing.
When you say something about me,
he doesn't have
come on and answer.
He doesn't have to.
And he said,
and going back to his son there.
Why you think your girl? Is it because she's bigger than you? Like, is this self-defense?
Let me tell you something, yeah. The funniest thing, Drake said, as far as I'm concerned, to Kendrick that I laughed. I felt, don't get me wrong, I wasn't sitting there and just listening to just Kendrick. I enjoyed some of the things that Drake said. Yeah,
The biggest
a lot of them as a matter of
this
fact.
OP.
But the thing that sounds like my head,
not like us.
the thing that
But
sounds
every single Drake track,
before it was crazy.
bro.
Before it was crazy. What are you talking about?
Kendrick.
Yes, now.
When he was saying addressing, come on.
Anyways, then you
What
want
has
then you want to
listen to Euphoria?
Bro, do you know how many times I've listened to those guys?
You can't listen to Euphoria in a week, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna go and play it. I listen to it enough. I'm like, come on, man.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I listen to it enough.
I don't have to listen to Euphoria again.
Who told you that? I've listened to it after. You said that I listened to it in the past week. Not in the past. Oh, for real? Did you say for real or for real?
No, for Euphoria. When I
about a week ago.
When I listen to Family Matters.
About the same time. About the same time.
That's not true.
I'm telling you about the same time.
I can't even listen to. Not like us. Do you know that? Not like us. So, like next week, nobody's going to talk about it. Like
But it's number one now still.
yes, because it's.
And it's number one out.
It's propaganda. Like, do you know how?
Going back to what I'm saying,
But
yeah.
yeah, you told me.
I know. You know what the biggest line?
Like
the best line.
Soviet propaganda, what the fuck?
The best line, that I thought Drake said that I thought was I almost passed out laughing when he said how you're a big step of the size 7s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you carry that on. You said that more than once.
Yeah.
The whole size 7.
Yeah. Talking about those size because he's got his height. Yeah. He said what's it called? His album was Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. You know what I mean? So are you big stepping with size 7? Yeah.
Drake finished this. And you have to understand, Drake addressed like 6 people on Family Matters.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, when
But you
you
just as a way of concluding,
Yeah.
I'll just say my own piece on this thing.
Well, I haven't, sorry,
No,
let's not
but
conclude.
I'm going.
I know. But I don't want to say something.
Yeah, please go on.
For me, you know me, I'm not a Drake fan at all. I can't really say who won what.
Yeah.
I heard Drake's first response. What was it? The first one.
The first response was
The first response to the
push-ups.
that was push-ups. Yeah.
Push-ups.
Yeah.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah.
Okay. But that verse, Kendrick's verse, that kicked off this whole thing.
Euphoria.
No, not
Not
Euphoria.
for real. On
Like that.
Like that.
Okay.
That verse.
Yeah.
That verse is fucking hard.
Ridiculous.
It is hard. And I don't think, in my humble opinion, Drake has put anything that has come close to that verse. That's my humble opinion.
In this one, this.
You know, it's here.
Come on. Bro, Drake.
But to be fair, I hate Drake, so.
So that was a
Do you know why they hate this guy so much?
Why?
Because the guy
It's fair.
is Jewish.
No, because it's
the
fair.
guy, like, you know, to remain relevant at that level.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Across
Even if I plan.
Do you
Don't get me
know,
wrong,
even
man.
if you had a plan, like, look, listen
You see,
9 AM in Dallas.
a lot of no Drake, bro. I said Drake can rap. I said this before.
Yes,
Whether he's
man.
writing his raps, I didn't say he's I never said Drake's got an amazing pen. I said Drake can rap. Yeah, because that whole thing is still questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other point I was trying to make is, and most importantly, is this: Drake is a bandwagon. What we call a bandwagon.
I agree.
He follows trends.
Yeah.
I agree.
We've seen Drake follow UK trend. We've seen him follow.
Yes.
All of a sudden,
Even
Drake.
TikTok.
All of a sudden, Drake is talking.
All
All of a sudden, Drake is talking like he was raised in the hoods in Canada. We know you're not. Yeah? We know you're not. You know you was raised in a privileged white Jewish neighborhood environment with your mom who's white Jewish.
Jewish high school.
Yeah.
That
So
you pay for.
we've seen. We went to a private school. We've seen Drake in accepting awards and talking about my guy, talking about like Canadian slang.
Okay.
Yeah. We've seen him talk UK slang. We've seen him talk Jamaican slang.
It's a chameleon, sorry.
Yeah, he's a chameleon more than
He is
anything.
a chameleon.
But most of all, just to add to that, Rio Ferdinand said that when he met Drake, those early days when Drake was popping, and I think Drake was in the UK doing a show, Drake came to Old Trafford to watch a match and started to tell him about how, oh my God, that I'm a very big Manchester United fan. Hear me out, seriously. I'm a huge Man United fan. That one of my guys is currently in jail now. That we used to play FIFA a lot, and he used to use Man United. That's how I became Man United fan. I love Man United. I've gone and studied. I know. I've learned this. I'm a big United fan. What happened 2 weeks? It was a Chelsea job. It's on video.
He's
What-
that
yeah.
kind of guy.
What happened after that? It was a Chelsea jumper. Yeah, he went to Manchester City. He was hanging out Balotelli. He even said in a rap. Yeah, was the track? I mean, it featured Aaliyah. It was Aaliyah's track, but they redone it and he featured on Aaliyah. Dope. I think one of Drake's dopest verses. You need to hear that. Go and play again. Like I said, he can rap. Yeah, but it shows you that he's not a man.
He's not a real person.
He's not a real person.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been to Madrid and told them that he's the best Madrid fan. He's been
partnering Barcelona.
Yes, but exactly. So that tells you about someone's character. That tells you a lot about.
You know, I told you I don't like the guy.
He's Jewish.
So, I'm right.
So
He's Jewish.
That's a normal Jewish behavior.
bro.
But let's. You said Jewish like 16 times in this conversation. For me, it's not relevant.
No.
I'm talking about the person.
The person himself.
That's
You know what I mean? It tells you a lot about someone's character. All that stuff. And Rio said it, and he said it and they laughed about it. But you could see that he came from the heart. He was like,
this guy is.
he said, that's why I'll never believe anything that guy says. He was, I'll send you guys a clip. It was a podcast. It was him, that his guy Joe, that does the black guy that does his 3 and 5, that his podcast, and the white guy too. And yes, and it was, he said it. He said it, and it's funny because this guy said that means the OVO, which was the OVO, what Kendrick was saying. So yeah, that tells you a lot about someone's character. You can't say something, you're not straight.
The guy's always been like.
So he has not been a straightforward.
The word I described him initially with was slimy.
Yeah.
And you're right.
Drake is jump on Afro beats also. Anything that's popping, he could jump on it.
As big as he is, do you know who gave him his biggest song?
His biggest what?
Drake. Who gave him his biggest?
Lil Wayne?
His biggest song?
Yes, the biggest of his career. It's Whiskey.
It's Wizkid now, come on. It's Wizkid. And One Dance. And One Dance. One Dance. That's the biggest.
That's the biggest of his whole career. And Whiskey gave him the song.
It's a huge song. It was a huge song. We're talking about with streams and fit numbers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is
Like Whiskey wrote the song for him.
Whiskey
As in,
wrote
well,
One Dance initially. Drake listened to the song, liked the song.
Had a wanted to jump on it.
Yeah, but Whiskey, I think he sold the song to him. And then Drake changed, and then but Whiskey said that. And so
that's huge. I hope they give our boy.
You got something like Lucien Grange backing you like that. Maybe you need to Google that guy and see who he is. Lucien Grange.
He's Jewish now.
Yeah.
We know
we've studied
British dude.
That he's
guy.
Jewish.
Grange owns.
I don't know if he's Jewish, but he's British.
No,
He's
you can Google.
Grange.
No, I'm saying he's British though.
No, he's British, but he's Jewish.
Okay, yeah.
No,
That's the link though. That's the Jewish
I
link.
can tell you what they write on
It's important.
Wikipedia. They'll say
Born to Jewish parents.
a bunch of Jewish friends.
They will not describe the guy himself as Jewish.
Don't worry, Jewish.
You know he is, and he owns between 50 to 60% of people.
Yeah.
Like all his favorite
big dog,
artists.
Universal, like crazy. Big.
Let's call it 40%.
He was not that married by a parent.
Great.
Wasn't
No, I don't think it was Grange.
Who cares?
She was married to someone that
Grange owns Jay-Z. Grange owns
Grange
Rock Nation.
came in my radar. It was one time when it was Rick Ross.
Yeah.
There's a track called Rich Forever.
Yeah.
Featuring John Legend. That's the first time I heard the word Lucien Grange.
Tommy Motola.
Yeah, Motola, man. It's not Grange. Yeah.
Who,
yeah.
like Daddy said, is the devil.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm checking.
Yes. And if you look back then, they used to shout him out when people were collecting awards.
Yeah.
Tommy Motola. Yeah.
He's Jewish too.
That was the person that 50 Cent talked about.
Motola. Where?
In How to Rob Now. That they made him remove the line.
Very true. Facts. Very true.
50 Cent talked about that guy in 1999.
Very true.
That what did he do?
He just said something.
He said, in How to Rob.
You were talking about.
There was. I can't remember how the line went. Yeah. Very true. You're very correct. It was Tommy Motola.
That's real hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's the first time I heard the name Lucien Grange. I had to go on Google.
I'm not listening to
because of how what Rick Ross said. You know what I mean? The line.
About him?
Yeah, it wasn't anything bad. But I was like the way he said. I was like, who the fuck is Lucien Grange? You know what I mean? Something Lucien Grange from the Ghetto, I follow girls, all those. But there was a line. And he's like, who is Lucien Grange?
Kind of atrocities those guys in our orchestrated hip hop.
Crazy.
You know this guy, he made Jewish boy. I was born in the Bronx.
Who's that?
Tommy Motola.
Tommy, yeah.
He was married to my.
Oh, sorry, he's Jewish.
You check, like I know he's Jewish.
Oh my God.
These guys have hip hop like this.
Oh
These
my
are
God.
hip-hop.
He converted to Judaism.
Even Leo Cohen is Jewish.
The name now. Cohen, what's your Cohen? Cohen is a
Simon Cohen.
But
So that's my take on that whole. Like, I feel as though, like I said again before I started all this shit, let's not water down what Drake's impact in the hip hop industry has been in the past little over a decade, yeah, if anything, yeah. However, it begs the question, like, bro, what's your real origin? Like, whatever.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
That's my
I
question.
think
Because you're just biting different whatever.
Like, you know, like, the term industry plant is used very negatively. And
We're not saying it's a bad thing.
right,
like,
no, right.
That's not, yeah, just like you said.
And because there's one they call media darling.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Of course, yeah.
Have you heard of media darling?
Yeah.
Check it. There's a term called media darling, which is someone that has a perfect image.
Yeah.
No bad stories come out
Of
about the
course,
person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bellingham.
Thank you. That's so like
You know,
so he's not an industry plant, he's a media darling. So there's comparisons, right? So like every time, he speaks so well, he's so mature, he's all these things, right? And that's how people win Ballon d'Or, by being a media darling. Like where you have like a Luis Suarez who is breaking up the Ronaldo Messi dichotomy but not winning the Ballon d'Or. He doesn't even get into the top 10. You know what I mean? He doesn't even get into the level.
Let's get into that because I get emotional talking about that.
Right. So that's what happens. You know, I proved it now that Jackie Chan was an industry plant. Like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I want to try and water down this term from a very negative way that we look at it in hip hop, right? Jackie Chan, when he was young, they said, "We are training this boy
To take over from Bruce Lee.
to take over from Bruce Lee." His young name as a young actor was Little Bruce Lee. The same way, like if you think of when the Phenomenon was in the Brazil team, his name was Ronaldinho.
Oh.
Yep.
Because there was a Ronaldo
Yeah.
who was a centre back for
Yeah.
Brazil in '94. You understand what I mean? So he was Ronaldinho, then he becomes Ronaldo when the other one goes away. Then Ronaldinho becomes Ronaldinho, and then that's how it stayed. But in the Chinese film industry, that okay, Bruce Lee has become this star, right? Bruce Lee, we need an heir. Yes, Jackie Chan had the talent. Yes, but they pooled resources. The industry, the Hong Kong movie industry, gave him training. It's not his parents that carried him to those Beijing opera schools to teach him now. It is the industry that said, we're going to invest
he couldn't afford it.
we're going to invest our resources into this boy, right, that has shown this much prodigious talent, and we're going to, so the training, the movies, they keep giving him movies. His movies, his first few movies failed, like they were not good. Even after like he worked with what's his name, Bruce Lee on the set of Enter the Dragon and so on, so other thing. But they kept pushing.
But he wasn't in that movie. He was just in the background.
No, I know, that's what I mean. I'm just saying, the industry placed him in that position.
Breaking glasses where Bruce Lee kicks on.
Yeah, like you understand me? Like, I'm not saying he woke up and became a star. I'm saying they will insert you now, like Kevin Hart. The first time I saw Kevin Hart was in Lean Back music video.
Yeah, that's the very first time.
And that's the funniest I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing he ever did.
When you're not trying to let people
He has not been funny. He was
Lil Jon going back and forth.
He was on Kai Cenat's stream. Kai. Recently. What funny thing did he do?
You know, he's not really funny. He's not a funny.
That's what I'm saying. But he's a comedian now. There is a comedian.
I went as far as, because with me, I like to give everybody a chance. And by that time I'd seen different clips of him, and I think this guy's not funny. I had to buy a DVD just to give him a chance before I can actually judge him. Yeah.
We saw him live on Kai Street.
And I watched it for less than half an hour before I stopped it.
He did watch TV shows.
I don't mind him in movies. I can accommodate you.
The film will help you now.
But for you to stand there and say you're gonna make me laugh, I don't find it funny.
You said what?
And he had a show now, one reality show that was doing
Real Housewives.
You would have hosted one show. You would have hosted.
It's Real Housewives. That's kind of BT.
Is it Housewife or House?
My own thing is, we saw him live on Kai Cenat's stream, and let me tell you something. Live streaming is the
ultimate
truest test
form of
your capacity to entertain.
Prove yourself.
you're on live stream, you have 100,000 people watching you live.
But
they're giving you
win them
live
over.
feedback.
Win them over. Let me see.
Before they now,
Yeah.
go on before they now, when you're not in an arena that there's sound, there's clapping, laughter, trap.
People.
No, we'll see
They'll
you
press
live.
a button when people
The
laugh.
only thing that he did that was even remotely funny was at the end of the stream when he repeated what Tyler said to him. That we're friends though. That was all he did. And so you're a comedian.
Yeah.
The girl that friend zoned him said something funny. You steal her line to close out your performance. You steal that small girl's line. Like it's a reference. You don't even have something funny to say. You can't even craft your own joke.
However,
compare Jackson White.
What's his name?
Cat
Cat Williams was on a radio show. Yeah.
Thank you.
Where he wasn't even supposed to be on there. He just went there to support his guy who had a show. Red Grant actually said to him, bro, cut that one and say, I'm going to have a radio show, I need you to accompany me. That's the only reason he was even on that show. And one of the anchors of the show, the lady on the show, tried to
just hate on him.
Yeah, hate on him. And
that radio station,
and that ended
that video of that interview is the most watched thing of that interview till that day of that radio station. My point is that Cat Williams naturally,
and he was not even insulted.
I was laughing so much. Even her co-hosts were laughing at the joke that he was putting.
You know the funniest part of that, where I knew that this Cat Williams is actually a genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Red Grant was talking about his daughter that she uses swear words.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, which example of swear words can you give? And she said, she said, I want to go and piss. You know what I mean? Or I want to go and shit. So Kabila was laughing and said, what? That's not anything now. Like, if she's talking like that at the age of 9, you know, the online academy that she's on, they will tell her to log out to the academy forever. This guy was talking about online academy in 2018, before COVID. Like, I don't know whether it's like, it's funny. Of course, I can't do the joke, but it's funny, but it shows that the guy was brain. Beyond,
he's a very smart. He speaks like 8 languages.
Beyond being funny, Beyond being funny, he's also very extremely
intelligent.
The stupid lady said, so what do you do around the house for your kids? How do you look up? Because I didn't even know. He had a lot of adopted kids. Yeah.
How much do you adopted?
Huh?
No, just one.
Okay.
Just one is not
always. We can know most of the year. You know, so he has. You know. And he said, like a single dad that he cooks for his kids. So she just told me, what do you make? And in long story short, I said to him, what do you make?
Yeah, so he said you described how he makes lasagna.
Describe how he
makes lasagna. Okay, some children are vegetarian.
Yeah, of course.
Some don't eat meat.
Yeah, so he's not just cooking one meal.
So you have to make a lasagna that caters for all of them. Then you add fried chicken because they're black. Right? And then, you serve that and he will drink wine and everything. Then I said, what do you cook for your children? He said, I make a nice broccoli. So the guy just roasted broccoli.
That was just like, another door she opened there for Kat to just
can you boil broccoli?
Yeah.
Broccoli that you just put inside one pot.
Yeah. And that's it. So
and this is a woman that is from me, I cook for my 3 boys.
Yes. I'm a mother.
So,
I look after. Yeah.
So that ability to be on your feet.
Right there
live on radio,
roasting
this person like live, compared to Kevin Hart, they're just there. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's a live.
Even on the recent this guy,
Tom Brady. He did nothing.
I've seen this guy on even on Wild 'N Out. That's
with Nick Cannon.
Yeah. You can tell that what we're watching is edited laughter half the time when Kevin Hart's talking.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
His laugh track.
Check it. Seriously, he's not funny.
No, he's not funny. He's like AY.
He's not funny.
He's like AY. He's like AY. He's not funny.
AY just knows how to put a show, put people on.
So,
bro, you're not funny. I'm sorry. Good luck to you though. You've accomplished whatever you've accomplished. This is not a hate. Is he a funny guy? No.
So, like another example I gave, I was explaining to you guys last year with the UFC. I said, what was this girl's name? Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
That's an industry plan.
Yep, obviously.
Because they'll just give her opponents you can measure fighters. You can measure fighters.
Yes.
You give our opponents, and the media is already ready.
Yes.
Because think about it, the media gives people more coverage than others. UFC is very well controlled, right? So that girl, there's one girl that's always pretending to be sexy and interviewing fighters. Nina Marie Daniels, whatever.
Okay,
Yeah, that girl. So people are calling her an industry plant. She is an industry plant, even though she grinded. But what's your background? You came from Playboy.
Yes, at the end of the day, they have to have a sexy looking face for people to
Thank
tune
you.
in.
So
We know these
we
things.
picked you and we
Yes.
planted you in
Yes.
the middle of our media
We need you to
infrastructure. Don't say, oh, I worked so hard and therefore.
Stop it.
No,
Stop
don't say
it.
that.
Yeah, I worked so hard and therefore.
I've been
I'm not
watching
an industry
UFC
plant.
long enough to know she's a nobody.
Like,
She came out of nowhere. She looked good. She's good to look at on
and
TV.
she's very.
And that's
sexy.
why that's why you're there.
You compare someone like Helen Yee.
Helen Yee,
Helen Yee is
breakfast.
No,
Okay, Angela Yee,
Yeah.
sorry.
Helen Yee is that one. She actually knows the game. She's actually an athlete.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So she knows what training means. She knows all these things. That one, you can't call her an industry plant because we saw her grind. We saw her grind. But this one, you are busy modeling it for Playboy.
Yeah. And all of a sudden,
So you carry Playboy. I like UFC. I like making sexy jokes with the fighters. Okay, plant. Yeah, there. They call her an influencer, but she's part and parcel of UFC media infrastructure.
We know why
that is
they're
what a plant is.